So this is my update, a day late, I'm sorry. Yesterday was just full of stuff and I couldn't make it happen. But today I'm just home alone and I thought I would speak frankly to all of you because I think that's one of the beautiful things about YouTube and about what we do here is that we're not just some presenters at a conference. We're not just a lecture series on DVD explaining how to lose weight and how to be healthy, but we're actually living it and we're chronicling how we're doing it and how we're figuring it out in the process. So this can be a learning experience for us all. I have been going through some really rough stuff, and I feel so stupid for admitting that because everybody keeps saying I'm such a strong person and I can get through everything, and I am a strong person, but that doesn't make me impervious to all of the heartache and all of the realities that surround all of us. I have been in love with somebody for a long time. And it's kind of one of those things where you just put it out of your mind because you never think it could happen. And I was, of course, always in another relationship and just, I didn't want to think about it. And I worked tirelessly at Sean and me forever. And eventually that just was not going to work. And I jumped directly from Sean to Greg, and I feel so horrible for putting Greg through a lot of stuff because I really did love him, but I was like incomplete and I was using that love I felt for him to hide myself from myself for a long time. Anyway, I have felt since being single like I can really explore not only dating other guys just for fun, but also for explore being in love with this other person. And it's just not gonna happen. And I'm so embarrassed to admit that, but we all can fool ourselves, right? Especially when it really, I don't think I was making it all up in my head. I mean, I wasn't. It just is not panning out the way I had expected. So I've been brokenhearted. That's what all the depressing tweets have been about. That's what all the depressing Facebook updates and whatever have been about. Is I just feel very broken. So you get to see me be broken for a little while because I'm not gonna hide it. I've been laying in my bed all day. It's 4 o'clock. I didn't sleep like at all last night. And I keep thinking it's gonna get better, and it does. It gets better for like, you know, a day or two, and then it just hits me this wave of depression. Anyway, weight loss and mindset. Whenever you go through a trauma or a shock, a death, the end of a relationship, you go through the 5 stages. They have an official name, I'm sure, but I've been using this concept since I was a little kid when my dad told me about it, and he just called them the 5 stages. So somebody who's in psychology can tell me what they're really called. But it's DABDA: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. That is the 5 stages of dying, the 5 stages of grieving, the 5 stages of recovering from shock, what have you. And you usually go through all of them very quickly and very rapidly when the initial event occurs, but then over time you go through each one in its own right. So after I was informed that I would no longer be able to even carry this fantasy that maybe I would be with the person I wanted to be with, I went through in 24 hours, denial, anger, bargaining. Anger and bargaining are very often intertwined. Depression, and then acceptance. And then I was okay. And then I realized just the other day, just last night, I've been in denial since then. I've been living in denial for the last few days. And Last night, I went through anger and bargaining, which is why I couldn't sleep, because I was so angry and I was so preoccupied with all the options and all of, like, you know, all of the possibilities in my head and how I could make something work to my favor, to my advantage, and that's just not going to happen. And now I'm in the depression stage, which is an encouraging thought because it means that eventually acceptance is going to come and everything's going to get better. But in the meantime, I feel hopeless and I feel useless and I feel like an emo kid who should go grab her black eyeliner and slit her wrists because life is so depressing. And I feel so stupid for thinking that, because here I am, this 24-year-old woman who's accomplished as much as a 30-year-old who is supposed to be collected and mature and strong. And right now, I don't feel like any of these things. And what's funny is I wish I could give advice, but I feel like the last thing I should be doing right now is counseling other people through their own weight loss problems. I have never gone through heartbreak while losing weight, while being thin. And I don't know how to do it. I don't want to admit that because I'm known as that person who doesn't find this all very hard, but the title is Losing Weight the Hard Way. And the whole concept behind that title is that it's not a quick fix. It's not a diet pill. I had been searching my whole life for a way to just click my fingers and lose weight, and it's not going to happen. That's why I titled it that way, because I decided, all right, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to eat right, and I'm going to exercise, and I'm going to work on my mind. So we're having big mind times these last couple weeks, especially this last week. And I feel like I don't know how to handle this amount of depression without turning to food. Simple as that. I don't know. I'm doing okay. I'm not gorging myself. God, I look awful. I'm not, you know, in Below the Yellow Line, people say, you know, they wish we would show a balance of healthy food versus bad food, or they wish that we would explain why we could have the alcohol or the pizza or whatever, why Jason and I could, you know, eat these horrible things. There's no bad foods, but, you know, eat foods that are notoriously unhealthy and lead to weight gain when eaten in excess. And I feel like that's missing the point. The point is that at my highest weight, I wouldn't just have a few pieces of pizza and maybe go over my calories a little. I would have the whole pizza and the cheesy bread and the Cinestics and the whole liter of Coke. That's the distinction. The distinction is I used to eat all of it, and now I eat some of it. And although I go above my calories, I'm not doing it to my ruin. So I just laugh at that. Because it's like, no, it's not how can I justify the sundae. It's let's celebrate the fact that I have had only one ice cream sundae in the last 2 weeks. Not one every day after high school like it used to be, you know? Or a whole pie at Denny's with like one friend. I know Jason once ate a whole pie by himself. I've eaten half. I don't think my stomach will ever be as big as his though. He's a boy. Anyway, I was talking to Nicole, and I've been talking to Jason, and I've been just realizing that there are people there who are going to support me even when I am feeling like a failure. And I know you guys are all so supportive and so there for me. And I try my damnedest to be there for you. It's a lot of you. So it's hard, but just know that right now I'm going through a rough spot. And this is the best I can do for an update. I'm not gaining weight. That's the silver lining. But I don't know how to proceed. Trying to get back into raw, trying to get back into exercise, and people say, go exercise, it'll make you feel better. They're probably right, and I do not want to exercise. I think I'm just going to clean my apartment from top to bottom and work for a few days straight and try to just get my mind off of things. Doing this video has really helped. I didn't think it would, but it has somehow. I just feel like a disaster. You guys have seen me at my highest highs, and now you get to see me at my lowest lows. Just remember, because somehow through all of this I've been able to remember, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself first. Surround yourself with people who love you. And take care of yourself so that one time when you're being strong, you can really take care of somebody else. I'll see you next week. And I promise you, I will not be 180 pounds. And wishing I hadn't sold all of my old clothes. And I won't be crying. I'll be okay. Bye.